Hey guys, a quick 60-second answer to this question from Gadiel Russell. Hey, would you mind going over how GME could go up to 10K, for example, when the McSqueeze happens? Him and Professor Meatball are both trying to figure out what is going to happen, how orders will be filled, and how hedgies will have to pay that. So he's likely going to ask about the actual triage of people who are going to pay for the squeeze. So let's start here, right? Number one is going to be the hedgies, right? These are the hedge funds that are short the GME, and this is just a general understanding of who's going to pay, right? They're going to have to pay with all of their stocks. So when the first thing that they're going to do here is sell non GME AMC stocks, right? They're going to have to sell all of their positions, and this is including their positions in your retirement fund, right? And their positions in stocks you like Tesla and Amazon and all the other stocks that you are going to see a major dip in because they have to cover all of their funds. And then they're just going to have to go bankrupt if they cannot cover. But, you know, when a bad guy goes bankrupt, that basically means that they're protected. People are like, oh, yay, we're so glad that something went bankrupt. No, it just means that they are now protected from having to give you more money. So then who is going to pay? Well, then their clearinghouses pay. So these guys are the banks of the hedge funds, essentially, being able to put up a lot of money, and their only job is to not bet on stocks one way or another, but to just clear the amount of money that you need in order for each transaction to occur. So these guys have a little bit of money, and they actually form a little bit of a cartel. You can call it like a governing body organization, but it's really a cartel that is also known as the DTCC. Right under here, you have things like the NSCC and other organizations underneath this big umbrella branch. You might know that they are trying to gear up with several rules, like the pieces of Exodia. First, you have the 033, which is the head, and then you have the 004, which is the body. Also, there's a cool analysis of this with Mind Stones here. We have the 005 that just came out as the right hand of justice, and then finally, the most important piece is 801. And that is going to one day come out. Let's find out when. But the DTCC has a $1 trillion insurance policy that they are going to be able to not want to use on these stupid hedge funds. So if you guys want to find out exactly how the DTCC is getting ready to not pay for the squeeze and just force these other bodies to pay, go check out those videos. But most importantly, the last thing that we have yet to cover is the US government. So this is going to be Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam has bailed out these hedge funds before. They'll bail them out again, but this time they'll be bailing them out directly to you. Those of you who are going to go to the comments and ask the question, oh, if it's going to hurt my retirement fund, then I definitely should sell at a loss right now and pull out before this collapses the entire government and the economy. Remember, the hedge funds did this before. They have been using repurchase agreements. They have been using mortgage-backed securities back then, but now this is basically the exact same story. They're using bad bets and hurting us with their bad bets. So again, all you're doing is holding and buying. So if that sounds like you are going to be on the right side of history when these people are going to be forced to pay for the squeeze. If you like this video, I realize it's not 60 seconds. I'm going to get faster and better at doing this, and the way to help out is by smashing this like button so that we can get more Moon Platoon members to see this video, as well as going through and checking out the other videos on this channel and making sure you don't miss another live stream. We go bell to bell by pressing that subscribe button and that bell button. So another thing that I want you to note is that since this video is already going over, I'm going to have the Thanos. So what was it? So 005 is the Thanos glove. I'm just going to go through this real quick. Perfect. So if you guys are curious about this configuration, right, the DTCC rule 003, 004, 005, and 801, we have a fantastic DD from a user Creon here. This was from over the weekend. Just want to be able to show it to you guys here. Boom. So user Creon says, ever have any doubts? I do all the time. How did you know? Well, the 005 practically confirms all the DD theories that have been posted. DTCC rules are being enforced are the end game. Take a breather real quick, erase any doubt you might have had in your head, and think about over the past 2 months, there have been amazing DD posted about the hiding of shorts and FTD resets. Remember how the DTCC posted 005? This just happened on April Fool's Day, which was a weird flex. Like, yeah, this is not a prank. Maybe a prank to Kenny G, but not a prank to you. So hopefully that was yesterday. More or less confirms the DD. It is cracking down on all the tricks that shorters have been using to manipulate GME and the rest of the market. This rule is basically the start of the clock, since FTDs can no longer be reset, unless, of course, they figure out some other way to do it. Why is the DTCC pushing out all of these very interesting rules all at once? Why did Citadel hire an ex-CFTC chairman as their legal chief? Seems like they are amping up for a cat fight, right? But they are not a cat, neither is Roaring Kitty. They are institutions who have been doing this for a long time, and now they're deciding who is going to pay for all those margaritas that Uncle Melvin has been drinking. It is going to be the hedge funds if the DTCC can pass these rules. So as a reminder, 003, this is a very simple two-ape did not read understanding. DTCC knows someone or multiple entities are in something deep and want constant updates, right? This is basically checking in on saying, hey, are you doing something risky? Are you doing something risky? I'm going to be able to check in with you on a more frequent basis from monthly to daily. 004 is DTCC, so those are the Mind Stone and the Reality Stones. 004 is DTCC does not want to take the entire hit when things go south on any member's default. So remember that $1 trillion insurance policy? They don't want to use it. And if it turns out that you have been lying to the DTCC, so now they have brand new clauses that say, hey, this is exactly how we can break down paying for all those margaritas, those risky shorts that you had been messing up with. You're hurting me, and I want to make everyone else aware that if this goes down and some of you are guilty, the innocent ones might have to pay as well. It helps the incentivize the other guys here. So Space and the Soul Stone. And then finally the 005, DTCC wants to stop the entities identified by 003 from continuing to dig a hole. So this is the cyclical FTDs being hidden deep in the money calls. This is essentially saying, no, you can only borrow a short once. And this way you cannot have the cyclicality anymore. And is the time stone. Basically, it's saying time stop. All of this cyclical nonsense, we are not going to allow you to do this anymore. And then finally, the 801 is the authority, the final power, the snap. The entities identified by 003 out of existence and get it over with. This is the rule that allows the DTCC to basically say everything that I have identified, everything, all the policies that I've laid out, this is me going directly to you and saying, it's too risky. You are going to make me lose a lot of money. You're going to make all your friends lose a lot of money. You are out of here. So that's the Power Stone. Notice how 005 will now affect positions reported by 003. They're layering on the regulations one at a time. They work hand in hand because their short positions aren't as hidden and reported as much riskier. What happens when their position from 003 is too risky? Boom, 801 comes into play. Right? So this is why they, a catalyst like share recall or Cohen CEO or anything other than the DTCC enforcing their rules will trigger the mother of all short squeezes. So this was a pretty long way to say that we have a good amount of people waiting in line to pay for the squeeze. And finally, the DTCC does not want to be one of them. And this is how they're going to get off the hook and force the squeezing to happen with 801. Essentially, this is like, you guys, we don't want to chance the fact that you're going to pull all of us off a cliff. We're just going to push you directly off the cliff. So if you guys wanted to support the show, a great way would be using Patreon or clicking that join button next to the subscribe button down below. And thank you guys for your time on this video. If you guys wanted to watch another one is being recommended to you right now. So go ahead and continue watching. Help out the show by smashing that like button, and we will see you in the money. Peace.